Mercy, Jesus Christ. Nice. All right. Back again, you don't know, with another one. We're talking about Ripple again because Ripple hot in the news and enough of them don't like it. You see it. Bitcoin is, this one is coming from YNA Network. Don't forget, subscribe if this is your first time. All we do on this channel is just read. You see it. Don't blame the messenger. Blame the somebody who write it. And blame Jake Simmons. 6 days ago, James Simmons write this article. I believe James Simmons' word for Bitcoin is. So anyway, Ripple execs slam SEC and Wells Fargo as updated court schedule is released. Ripple remains belligerent against the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission. Both CEO Brad Garlinghouse and General Counsel Stuart Alderoty wrote tweets denouncing the SEC's double standards. Garlinghouse tweeted a meme in reference to recent scandals at banking giant Wells Fargo. The meme shows DC Comics superhero Batman slapping his sidekick Robin. The latter's speech bubble reads, "Well, but Wells Fargo illegal. Ah, my goodness, I'm messing this up. All right. So the meme shows DC Comics superhero Batman slapping his sidekick Robin. The latter speech bubble reads, but Wells Fargo illegal activities, while Batman's response is, we only care about FTX. Okay, so I can picture that right now. Now that I read it twice, I can see what the writer is trying to say. Moving forward. So Garlinghouse uses the meme to express his frustration that the recent scandal at the fourth largest bank in the US, Wells Fargo, is not being reported with the same level of outrage as XTX, even though Wells Fargo lost a lot of money too as well. The world is appropriately outraged by SBF and FTX fraud, but when Wells Fargo mismanages billions of customer funds as well, it's barely a blip on the radar. Food for thought, Garlinghouse commented. That's true. That is true. Why? I'll tell you why. Because FTX, and this is my opinion, FTX was used to badmouth crypto and to badmouth the technology. Actually, like, how do a 3-year company rise to power so fast? Come on now. Anyway, back to the story. The world is appropriately outraged by SBF and FTX fraud. But when Wells Fargo mismanages billions in customers' funds as well, it's barely a blip on the radar. For food for thought. So there's the picture right there. I should have just scrolled down. Well, Wells Fargo illegal activity. We only care about FTX. So Wells Fargo scandal worse than FTX. Is that a question? Are you asking me? All right, let's get into the answer. Well, let's see if there's a reasonable discussion. Let's see. All right. The Ripple CTO's tweet comes after Wells Fargo agreed to a $3.7 billion settlement with the Consumer Financial Protective Bureau. As part of the investigation, it was revealed that the bank engaged in widespread mismanagement of more than 16 million customer accounts or consumer accounts. As NBC reports, Wells Fargo charged illegal interest rates on auto and mortgage loans and overdraft fees, stole customer funds through other false charges on checking and savings accounts, and unwrongfully froze accounts, among other things. So they must say them alone can get away with it, right? Because as long as they can pay down the money from the book, them don't all right. Ripple's general counsel Alderoty similar remark to on today's SEC charges against Aldemeda's chief executive Caroline Ellison and FTX co-founder Gary Wang, attacking chair Gary Gensler for only wanting to protect sophisticated investors. When Chair Gary Gensler says that investors were left holding the bag, he may want you to believe that he's talking about FTX customers who lost billions. He's not. He's referring only to FTX sophisticated equity investors. The SEC has lost the plot line. Alderati commented on Twitter. Not too long ago, Alderati attacked the U.S. Securities Exchange Commission for doing the same thing. The last 3 tweets from Ripple's legal counsel revolve only this very issue. With Alderati not tweeting often and always getting an important message across, he also attacked Kevin O'Leary. Kevin O'Leary, I get enough attack. I didn't deserve it still, you know. So Kevin O'Leary and all of the other venture investors in FTX should immediately demand that the SEC stop spending taxpayer money on its tag along case against SBF, since that case only seeks to recover on their behalf. Meanwhile, there have once again been small changes in the schedule of the legal battle between Ripple and SEC. Both parties most recently filed their motions for summary judgment, including oppositions and responses. However, there are still disputes over ceilings in connections with the motions. At this time, it is unclear whether these disputes will be resolved before or at the time the motions are decided. In addition, the motions to exclude expert testimony remain pending. District Judge Torres ruled on sealing on December 19th. The remaining update schedule calls for both Ripple and the SEC to file their omnibus motion to seal all summary judgment related materials today, December 2022. But today, December 2022. Is it? It's today, December 2022. Maybe it is. I don't know. So you wanna? So on January 4th, the hope say all non-parties must file a motion to seal. If both parties to the dispute have not already done so. So after that, on January 9th, the deadline to oppose the omnibus motions to seal expires. A few days later, on January 13th, I be at this foolish ago and I saw them deal with the thing last year in the month, or this year. My mind is in 2023. A few days later, on January 13th, both parties must file the Dubert motions and related exhibits with redactions on the public docket. The current final date set is January 18th. And that day, Ripple and the SEC must file any obligations to the non-party motions. So all things proceed after that is in the hands of Judge Annalisa Torres. At press time, you see it. And be a foolish go on the Ripple case, you know. Be a foolish go on, me, I tell you, Virgin.